Welcome back to another 7.3 video. This one here is the Pleasure to Burn and Right Back at It path that's in 7.3.2. So this one has the Incinerate vulnerability and the fact that every time you hit them, you can naturally apply an Incinerate to them. It's like a 20% chance. But I'm just going to be mainly using Incinerate champions, so the 2 Human Torches and the Sunspot that you can see in the team here. So against a Black Widow Clairvoyant, I decided to only use the 5-star. I thought I'd keep it for the Dark Hawk in case I needed them there, and the Yellow Jacket at the end, because against the Mystic champion, they're just going to be making Human Torch's job very easy. I'm going to try and keep pushing to special 2 where I can. But as you can see there, they wanted to throw the special 1, so it's just what it is. Unfortunately, the power gain's getting a bit much, but as you can see, the Incinerates are just hitting so hard on this Black Widow. She's basically almost dead already. Forgot about the whole debuff immune thing if you knock them down, so that was fun. And we just let that timer run out, come back at it, parry again. And the damage, because I've got the Incinerates on, is so heavy now that it's just, yeah, it's such an easy fight. A nice way to start the path off. I just tried to slow the combo there just to make sure she wasn't going to go to a special 3. Yeah, Corvus next. So the main thing to worry about with Corvus is obviously the if you get hit. First of all, there's going to be a lot of damage to you, and you've got 2 because it causes dupes. You need to finish off either taking all the charges or with a heavy or special attack. So here, I'm going to keep trying to push them to special 2 all the time. With Sunspot, when you've got a Incinerate on the opponent, you get a perfect block. So I'm going to be taking advantage of that, and I'm just going to be throwing the special 2s with a few Incinerates on to try and get me some good damage. Here, we'll just bait the special 2 again. See, I missed a parry there, and without the Incinerates it hit me for like 2k through the block. But there's nothing really to worry about, and just keep rocking and rolling with the Incinerates, doing 6k, 7k mediums, which is quite nice. My aim here is just to get back to another special 2 and to try and finish the fight off. Bait this special 2 out here. Eventually. There we go. Get the Incinerates on, throw the special 2, and yeah, look at that, Corvus is so close to dying. It's annoying that he hadn't already, but we'll throw the special 1. And boom, nice and easy. There's the Corvus down. If you did bring someone like Sunspot and he died, you'd obviously give Corvus a charge and then he'd start hitting harder. But if that was the case, I'd probably just restart, because Black Widow's not really a tough champion to fight in the first place. So here, I was looking, and I said before about using the 6-star Human Torch. Because of how much health I still had left on the 5-star, I was like, oh, I'll just save the 6-star now for the Yellow Jacket at the end, because I'm going to be just trying to take special 1s to the block for both of these fights. Just because that way they give you some smolders to increase the damage. So here, as you can see, with the smolders increasing my damage, and with the Incinerate immunity, and then the Noble Flames that's coming now, the damage is starting to get a little bit excessive to Dark Hawk. I don't really want to push into special 2 because the whole miss mechanic, and I know I'll be above temperature and I won't miss, but I'll just keep baiting these special 1s and just get more smolders and just keep doing more and more damage. Makes the fight go much easier, as you can see here. The damage just becomes very, very quick, and the health pool on Dark Hawk just drops to say that they've got some of them are 300, 400k health. Here I come back a little while later when I've got some energy. I'm going to use Sunspot for this. I did think about using Nick. And just keep trying to bleed them until I get the Incinerates, then do more damage once I've got the Incinerate, but Sunspot's not really a bad option for this fight. It's just watching Invisible Woman's shield. That's the main thing to watch out for. So once you've emptied the shield, she obviously gets the chance to go invisible. So just be careful on that. As you can see here, we're starting to hit some really nice mediums because of the Incinerate damage and the bonus that we're getting. And yeah, so dodging the special 2s there. Going back to having another shield on them. Clear it here. Now I've got to either hit into the phase or the miss or hit the block. I did that just off the back of the special, but then end up taking a combo to the face. And yeah, it's just kind of a rinse and repeat. I was going to throw a special 2 in this fight, but it never really worked that well with the shield that she kept putting up. So I just decided against it that I'd just hold a special 3 instead. And that way if I ran out with the Incinerate charges, which I shouldn't do because I've still got a lot left. But just in case I did, I could throw a special 3 and reset them back up. But yeah, a lot of these fights, especially if they've got a relatively easy, I'd say most of these have a relatively easy special 2 to Dex. You can kind of just push them up to the special 2 each time. And just Dex it that way as long as you keep putting the Incinerators on. So, I know some people will just use other champions and kind of just power their way through it, get the Incinerators and do more damage. But I was just like, yeah, just use Human Torch and Sunspot and just get them done that a little bit quicker anyway. So yeah, it's, to be fair, it's probably one of the nicer paths if I'm honest. I think after this, the only one I've got left to do will be the, I think what people will call this the quite annoying Paradox knockdown one. But yeah, Archangel here. Ideally, I don't want him to throw special 1s, and I just definitely don't want to get hit by it. Where I kind of want to push him to the special 2 to be able to Dex like that. But you can see here that, especially using the 6-star rank 3 now, that the Incinerate damage is just crazy because of the little like passive fury that you get from putting Incinerates on them. And yeah, a lot of these fights, because of the health pools and the size that they are, it's quite easy to mostly commentate over them, but you could be saying the same thing because it's just how much health they've got. It's kind of similar if you're doing the Abyss and that, you kind of just rinse and repeating all the time. Should have parried them but didn't, missed it, so it's just unfortunate. Could throw the special 3 with Human Torch and get the Nova Flames. They would stick after Archangel became Deal Immune. Well, I wouldn't be able to parry and get an opportunity, so I just decided against it. And yeah, so we've got the Yellow Jacket here. Oh no, sorry, I actually have that Cosmic Path left to do actually as well. I forgot about that one. So yeah, we're going to just use Human Torch again here. With Yellow Jacket's special 1 and special 2, the beams, because the node doesn't make them unblockable or anything, I'm going to be taking some of them to the block just to build up the Smolders, just to increase the damage and get all the fights done and out of the way quite early. Like I said, if people are going for completion, this potentially could be one of the paths to do if you do have a Human Torch, Sunspot, or I'm trying to think of anyone else would be pretty good. I'd say they're probably the main 2 that I can think of right now. And yeah, hopefully the Yellow Jackets can throw it in a second. As you can see, the special 2 there is much easier to Dex. If he throws a special 1 like at that distance, then there's no way I'm getting out of that. I'll just have to take that to the block and increase the Smolders. If I've got a gap distance like that, I can do it. And I can do it from that short range every so often, but I don't like to try it unless absolutely necessary. Just because if you miss it, you're getting power stung, and then you get stunned or you'll die. So, and if you get stunned, you'll probably end up dying. Yeah, coming to the end now. Last, third of the health bar for Yellow Jacket. The last fight on the path. I do quite like the fact that on 7, Act 7 and 6, or Book 2, Chapter 1, or whatever they want to call it now, that all the fights are only like 6 fights per path, because it is quite challenging for some of the paths to at least bring appropriate counters, but it's not like a crazy amount of fights per path. Like Act 6.2, arguably some of the most hated content anyway, just because of the gates that they started to introduce. But some of them had so many fights on the path that by the time you got to the boss, you were just tired. And it wasn't something that you were ready to mentally got yourself ready for, like say an Abyss run or something like that. But yeah, there you go, that's the final fight and part of the path done, so you can see no items used again. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.